Maria Garcia de Fleury. In the 19th century in northern Italy, John Bosco, as a young priest, saw on the streets that there were children and young people exploited by unscrupulous people, orphan children in the streets, or youngsters locked up in prisons. He realized that there were no essentially bad young people. There are only good young people who no one has told how good they are. Then he decided to offer them a comprehensive education that not only covered academic aspects, but also moral and spiritual formation. He began defending the rights of orphan children, young people, those who lived on the streets, those who were exploited at work, even those who were imprisoned. He realized that all those young people needed a mother to take care of them, so he turned to his own mother and asked her to help him take care of the house where they would be. But also and above all, he went to the Mother of God in her dedication as Mary, helper of Christians, and made all these boys devoted to her. To get the young people out of exploitation, he talked to the head of a company to hire them as apprentices and put himself and a young man as guarantors. Thus, he began to make the work of young people an educational means and not one of exploitation. This turned out to be a visionary action that would transcend time, since this work of rescue and education in defense of minors and workers was carried out 15 years before Karl Marx wrote his famous book, The Capital, and also 100 years before that the United Nations organization declared the Convention of the Rights of the Child, showing once again how love for Christ and following his teachings lead to responding to the challenges and problems of society and to providing people with possibilities for their personal development. Don Bosco was and is a man of many facets, a priest dedicated to being a servant of children and young people, as an educator, as pastor, evangelizer, mystic, prophet. He was the founder of the Salesian congregation, which was followed by the Salesian Congregation of Women. He was a writer and the main promoter of the printing press, a man of prayer and solidarity action with the poor, the most needed, children and young people on the streets. Faced with the very concrete and difficult realities that the world lives today, especially in the face of discourse of violence, hatred, hopelessness, and abandonment, among others, educators and evangelizers are called to turn their sight to Don Bosco and the work he did. He faced the serious problems of society with very concrete actions based above all on education, affection, family love that he gave to everyone, and above all, the faith that he instilled in them in his words and example. That was his transformative power, and that should be the inspiration for all those who care about children, adolescents, and youth in general, seeking a more harmonious and just world. On January 31st of each year, we remember Don Bosco with gratitude as an example of an upright man and priest who gave his life specially for children and young people so that they would be educated and grow as worthy children of God, because he knew that with God we always win.